Packer and his writing, which has made just such a huge impact on us spiritually in this season. He has a book called Knowing God, and the book is really neat as a believer to read because it started as a collection of essays, and so it's not one book about one thing. It's a book about the many facets of the believer as we strive to know who God is and to love Him more, and also just to frame our minds theologically to say, I want to know Him personally, but I want to know what Scripture says about Him and how I should be looking at God and how I should be looking at my own life. And so I had been reading Knowing God, and I sat down, I think, to edit one of the other songs originally. I was trying to rewrite part of an existing song and ended up just totally changing the whole thing, and it became its own song. I think that happened several times to us, but I was so inspired just by, with all that we've gone through and will continue to go through. We're still young, we're still raising kids. Our life has involved many seasons of touring, being on the road, working in a church. We've lived a lot of lives, it seems like, and to know that God is consistent and that He is unchangeable, that just really struck me in a fresh way. And so to me, that's such a relief. I can just trust that He sees things in a way that isn't limited in any way. And to read the Old Testament and think, these men and women of faith believed in God and dedicated their lives to God before they even had the cross to look to. How did they do that? I don't know if I would be strong enough to do that, to believe on so much faith in such a sacrificial culture and atonement culture. I feel so blessed to have Christ to look to and to say the atonement has been made and I can rest on that. But I think the reason they were able to walk faithfully is because God has not changed. We see things differently now post-cross, and we are so blessed to be welcomed into that family after Christ's sacrifice, but God was always the same. And so they were able to commune with God, they were able to trust Him, and they were able to walk in faith because there was no different God there. And that to me is really interesting and mind-blowing in some ways, and just encouraging as we continue to walk forward to know that He's there. He's not going anywhere, and He's not going to be any different than He was before.